how many other men are too scared to have these really, really hard talks. But if I can be brave enough to speak out, maybe it can help someone else be brave enough to speak out for themselves.
Y'all, Allison Holker is facing another round of backlash from the internet after her recent interview with Jamie Kern-Lima. And things aren't looking good for her. Many fans are wondering if Allison is just attention hungry or if this is her way of redeeming her image after her last interview with People magazine. Well, there's a lot to unpack in this mess, so grab your popcorn and let's dive in.
This was wrong.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't have ever happened.
I've never heard you talk about this before.
Yeah.
Have you ever shared this story?
I've never shared this story.
So it seems that aside from dancing, the only thing Allison Holker might be good at is tarnishing her late husband's reputation through her books and granting interviews that focus on exposing all his secrets. Fans are saying Allison didn't learn anything from her last interview, where she told People magazine that Twitch was a drug addict. Because it's been barely 3 weeks since the mess she created, and now she's back again, picking up right where she left off. But the difference this time around is that Allison wasn't with People magazine. She was with Jamie Kern-Lima. And during the interview, Jamie asked Allison to recount a spicy memory with Twitch. And after a few seconds, Allison began by saying, "I shouldn't be saying this," before in fact saying it. According to her, the spiciest moment she had with Twitch was during a live concert in Ireland, where Twitch was set to perform at the opening event. After Twitch's performance, the two of them snuck out to explore the arena and, in the process, found some stairs leading to a scaffold.
And we just started making out, and we were looking down. There's all these audience members screaming and cheering, but they couldn't see us. And there was, I don't know, it was kind of romantic, and we started doing the deed, and I can't believe we did not get, I'm thankful that we did not get caught, because I definitely think that would have been a very, very bad look, and I wouldn't suggest it for anyone else, but it was just a very in the moment.
Now, many people couldn't help but feel that Allison was doing way too much and didn't need to give us such information. Some felt Allison was doing this story in an attempt to make herself look better, but honestly, it was having the opposite effect. However, Allison claimed that the only reason she shared such a private story was because Twitch had already mentioned it once on the Ellen DeGeneres show. According to Twitch's fans, if this was Allison's way of trying to win people over after everything she had done to his legacy and family, then she had a long road ahead. Some even suggested that she should fire her PR team. Another thing fans pointed out after this interview was that Allison never granted this many interviews while Twitch was alive. Plus, the way she was nervously blabbing made it seem like she was trying to hide something. A lot of fans in the comments advised her to sign an NDA so she could learn to keep her mouth shut before she found herself in even more hot water. But it didn't stop there. People even went as far as comparing Allison to the widows of Kobe Bryant and Chadwick Boseman, women whose partners were also very famous and passed under tragic circumstances, yet they weren't jumping from one podcast to another. Anyways, y'all, with Allison's book already blackballed and her money running out, it seems like she'll do or say anything just to profit from Twitch's fame. And that's just sad. However, Allison's PR team really needs to do better because they are doing a disastrous job out here. But y'all, what are your thoughts on this entire situation? Do you think Allison's attempt to save face is doing more harm than good? Or is she simply sharing a genuine memory of Twitch and should be left alone? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to drop a like on this video and hit the follow button so you don't miss out when the latest tea on your favorite celebrities drops.
Get your life right. Stop worrying about mine. I'm cool. I'm together. Still a black man. Still 100% black.
Y'all, Snoop Dogg is firing back at the black community for blackballing him. And from the looks of things, Snoop might be getting totally canceled soon. But y'all, grab your popcorn. Let's get into it. If y'all thought Snoop Dogg was about to apologize to the black community after switching up on them, then think again, because he didn't. Instead, he was out here blowing a blunt in our faces and telling the so-called bitter black people dragging him to worry about their own lives because he is already set for life. And And as if that wasn't enough, Snoop Dogg had more to say to his haters, claiming he's a black man cut from a different kind of cloth, and so no amount of hate can pull him down. Now, Snoop Dogg made the video in his car while choking himself with smoke from his blunt. After the video dropped, a lot of people were heated because there was zero accountability taken.
Get your life right. Stop worrying about mine. I'm cool. I'm together. Still a black man. Still 100% black.
Instead of addressing the issue, Snoop was out here talking about how he's 100% black. Like, who said he was white in the first place? All we said out here was that he's a lapdog and a sellout, and those weren't just my words, but the words of almost every black person in his comments. I mean, it was just a few years ago that Snoop Dogg was warning other black artists not to perform at Trump's inauguration. And with the way Snoop was telling them black artists then that he was gonna roast the first person who performs at Trump's inauguration, no one would have thought that he was going to be doing the exact opposite. And here's the thing. Snoop wasn't just hating on Trump back then. He was clowning Trump and giving tons of reasons why people shouldn't support Trump. And because of the respect people had for him, they took his words for it, only for him to play in our faces. I mean, Snoop Dogg literally went from releasing diss tracks against Trump to performing at his crypto ball like his biggest fan. Whew, the change came so fast and no one expected it. And now he's out here acting like we're the crazy ones for calling him out, telling us no matter the hate we give him, he's going to answer it all with love because he loves too much and we can't hate enough of him. Well, people in the comments set the record straight, telling him they weren't hating on him, they were just disappointed. Those were two different things. But of course, someone like Snoop Dogg, who clearly doesn't know the difference between being a sellout and being loyal, probably wouldn't know the difference between hate and disappointment either. And to show y'all just how disappointed people were, just a few days after Snoop Dogg dropped that video, it was reported that he lost more than 500,000 followers, and it's predicted he'll lose even more in the coming days. Because one thing about the internet, people don't like being played on here. And for many, the respect they once had for Snoop Dogg is gone, and that's what you get for being two-faced. But y'all, what are your thoughts about this entire situation? Do y'all think Snoop Dogg is getting what he deserves, or the internet is doing way too much? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to drop a like for this video and hit the follow button so you don't miss out on the latest tea on your favorite celebrities.